Hello and welcome back to Nine Kings. We're doing a playthrough of the King of Nature. We've just got through the first boss and we're going to see how far we can go. How far can we go with the King of Nature? Let's find out. So we'll continue playing. Yes, it basically gives you this standard warning each time to say that it might go bananas the further you go on. Basically the balancing in terms of the visuals gets more challenging. So what's happened there, in case you're not familiar with this, that's this thing over here saying we can buy the remaining plots of land. So this maximizes to a 5x5 plot. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 additional plots that we can buy. Sorry, the wildcard's sort of sticking up and blocking, and the other notification was that things are going to get harder, so but we're up for that. So we've got another 33-year run potentially up until year 66. We're playing on night difficulty level. It's the first time I've played through that, and it's worked so far pretty well. We've got 3 lives, so basically if the enemy gets to our a tree ant is the equivalent of the castle, then we lose a life. If we lose all 3, we are out. So let's see, I've got 84, so each of the plots costs 30. I've got 2 troops to play, which is probably where I should be focusing. So that feels like a definite purchase there. And I think I'm going to focus on paladins. And I think I just generally need to sort of build out my defences. Sorry, my different tiles. I guess that's what I'm looking for. There we go. Right, that was fairly straightforward, wasn't it? That wasn't particularly difficult. If you've watched me before, and I said this in the previous video, I really like these demon altar things. I think particularly when you're losing large numbers of troops, because for each dead ally, slightly perversely, it grows permanently 0.5% stronger, and they do get very, very, very big and quite powerful. So I do like the idea of having that. Okay, I've got to choose another king to fight. I sort of feel like the King of Progress. The King of Greed is a little bit unorthodox, and he has these thieves that thieve units that jump in at the back and attack you. So I don't really fancy that one, to be honest with you. Right, I'm going to upgrade. You know what, I was going to upgrade that, but I'm not sure now. I think I'm going to upgrade this forest because it's direct. It's connecting to what is probably one of my more powerful units. So let's do that instead. Right, we're facing the Nature Rebellion, so they've got the same troops as us. If you didn't see the video before, so the King of Nature has this sort of radius-based healing. That's what the green circles are, so they're healing my troops. I'm going to procreate, that is always very good. And what I should do, I think, so let's put down this demon altar. I think the best place to do that would be in the corner. Let me do that, and that's fine for now. And then I'm going to put the demon altar down because I want that to sort of get stronger over time, basically. Because I think they can be very powerful. You can see they're sort of pinging as we lose troops. I think even at this stage of the game, as long as we're winning and it's not too finely balanced, I think they're quite useful to have. Right, a farm would also be useful. Let's do that. Right, doubles every heal effect you receive. That could be quite powerful. Increases the damaging range of area attacks by 30%. That feels really powerful. I suspect overwork. Your buildings apply their effects one more time. See, I'm just wondering if that allows you to so there's 3. All of these seem potentially powerful. If that is about the different bonuses you get, then that's super powerful, right? Because that allows you to power up your troops over time. I'm going to go for that one. I don't think I've done that one before. If I have, I've totally forgotten about it. Right, so do you know what? Procreate is a really strong card, but I don't think I'm going to get to do that because I'm going to stick a farm here. Okay, I don't know whether that played each one each one again. It did. There was a lot of bonuses going. Put it that way. Another nature rebellion. Casting these healing spells. Okay. So that's interesting. They totally wiped out my elves at the back. Absolutely mullered them. And that's even with some of them have got sort of extra HP because they're next to a forest, which levels your HP up over time. Okay, right. I feel like more troops is the way to go at this point, and yeah, I don't think that would be the worst thing in the world. I can buy another plot. The question is where. I think what I really want to have is I want to get rid of this forest because it's not really doing anything, and ideally what you do is you have one troop enhancing building that's connected to 4 troops, so they're each potentially kind of benefiting. This one's useful as well because it benefits all of them, whereas some of them it doesn't necessarily benefit all of them in quite the same way. So the symmetry is particularly important to link up to as many as you can. What are we going to do? I don't really have. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my elves here. Have some additional ranged troops, and then I'm going to try and get a farm or a blacksmith there, and that'll. If I get a farm, that'll increase the sort of number of troops over time. If I get a blacksmith, that increases the attack. Okay, this looks quite tight. It's difficult to tell. I still think I'm going to win here, but they are picking off my archers at the back. You can see those numbers going down. Mushrooms are pretty important here. I've cast 4. I think that's the first time I've cast 4 healing radii, except maybe against the boss, the previous boss. I quite like that one, but I think this one feels pretty good because I want to get rid of this forest. And getting a bonus is also really useful. Okay, so King of Blood. As you go on and you go into the endless mode, you will notice that things go a bit bananas with the numbers. I thought I was going to lose that. I think I've done okay because I've had a few backup imps come forward. That was interesting. That was actually one of the most interesting battles that we've had so far. I'm going to get the Demon's Altar and upgrade that. The main value in these ones is builds traps that inflict damage. Untriggered traps accumulate between battles. That's kind of interesting, because then you can build them up over time, and then you're sort of benefiting. I can't actually buy any. I've only got 18, so I'm going to leave that. I still haven't used this Procreate, which shows you that I've had some more interesting. We've had some more interesting cards to play. That's really interesting. There's quite a lot of them. There's 96 of them. I want to upgrade this Demon's Altar. Maybe I shouldn't be doing that, but that just feels quite important. 1 demon per level. That gives me an extra demon. Right. Okay. You can see they're getting quite big. They can get sort of comically big, and they just sort of tower over the screen, and then they sort of disappear and get killed. Okay, this is taking a while. King of Progress is marking my progress. Let's see how this goes. You can see his numbers. If you're struggling to follow this mess of numbers on the screen, you can follow the bars at the bottom. King of Progress gone down to 0 there. Here we go. Right, this is tricky. I don't really know how much you get from this. I guess what's useful here is if somebody's got a really overpoweringly powerful attack, then that is quite helpful potentially. Let's go with that one, and let's put that there. And I still have not played. And just as I think about that, I wonder if that's why in my previous game I got beaten by one of the other guys, is because they had lots of tankers. I think that might be it actually. I hadn't really thought about that. I think we came up against the King of Stone and we had a really powerful bomber attacks, and what was happening was they were beating us. They were reflecting our attacks. We've been defeated. And the King of, was that the King of Nothing? I think so. Okay, so we've come up against our first enemy who can really take the fight to us. I think we've been okay with both of them, but I think the King of Progress caused us more challenges. What tends to happen is you tend to have an enemy that's kind of like your bête noire. Right, so I'm going to put the farm here and then get some more troops, and that will beef up our troops. Hopefully King of Blood should be okay. Absolute chaos. Right, they're on about 100, we're on about 150. They're on about 60 troops, we're on about 120. That's just my way of interpreting this battle, which otherwise is completely bonkers. Looks like we're down to our archers. Okay. Right, I don't think I need to destroy any plots. That's useful. Where to put it though? Let's see. Sturdy troop that deals melee damage. Fast and aggressive. I think it has to be on these guys, doesn't it? Because it's the bombs that's those stack. I still haven't used that procreate. Probably just carelessness at this point, isn't it? Right. King of Nothing. So this they were very strong against us last time. Not sure. Oh, they're really taking us apart. They are really taking us apart. I think we're going to lose this one. We're less than 100. They've got 250. Oh, this does not feel good. Okay, this doesn't feel good at all. Right, they're down to 100, but we're down to 10, 8, 5, 2, 1. We're entirely dependent on our mushrooms. Oh no, we've beaten them down to about 70, but they have gone through and they've just absolutely decimated us. So the question is, what is happening? What is happening that is creating so many different problems? That is tricky. I guess some towers. So it feels like once you get past the main boss, you come up against one king that really has your number, that can defeat you, regardless of how much you might want to, how much you might be sort of cutting like a hot knife through butter than all the other troops. So we have to kind of mix something up. I don't think it's just about. I don't think it's purely about numbers anymore. I think you have to do something different. I wonder. So I haven't got any. I've got some very slow-paced troops, but I don't have very many faster-paced troops, and I just wonder if that is maybe where we're going wrong. It's a bit tricky though, because I don't really have anywhere very, very good to put these troops, and I do sort of think that maybe the thing to do is just to add an additional thing to these guys. I think my demons seem to be doing quite well. They have the highest. Wow, see, they've got absurdly big over here. So my demons have been taken down. That's not good. Okay, but we are winning this. It's working. It's working. It's working. It's working. I think we're taking down one of their demons. I think that's what's going on. That lasted quite a long time, didn't it? Demon's altar. So it makes sense to beef this up, get a third demon. Okay, right. So this is Nature Rebellion. The size of these demons is just hilarious, isn't it? Look at them, just towering over everything. And everyone that gets killed makes them stronger, right? They are a huge part of our armed forces at this point. I'm tempted to get the clone card. King of Stone was tricky last time, so so maybe that says something about my play style and so on. So I'm going to buy this extra plot. I'm going to clone. What's not very clear is, so say, can I clone? I don't think it's clone the plot. I think it's clone the card of the plot. So let me get this and play another Demon's Altar, because I think more demons might be the ticket. I think we need strong troops who cause a lot of damage. It's year 46. We're some way away from the boss. We've lost 2 lives. We're on our last life. I'm not sure really how effective our healing stuff is at this point. Right, that worked quite well, didn't it? An extra demon. It's useful. We've got another demon altar here. Let's beef that up. And you can see how fast these scale over the battles. So this is 60 damage. Oh, that is 401 damage. So yeah, we kind of need to. Perversely, we kind of need to win battles by losing lots of troops. Okay. That's quite good. So as long as we don't come up against the King of Nothing, we will be fine. I think I really like these. I can't remember if our existing one is on 2 or 3. I think I'm just going to clone these demons. That is quite powerful because we've got the farms in different areas. Damaging range of area attacks by 30%. Summons are 50% stronger. I think that must be the thing to do, given that we have 2 level 3 demon altars. Alright, this one's very ahead of this one, but this is getting more powerful all the time. yes, that feels like a way to maybe improve what we're doing. Okay, we are doing okay, but they are breaking through and attacking our... Okay, that was fine. Yeah, that was alright. And I think at this point it makes sense to buy another Demon's Altar, because they are having quite a big effect on these battles. You can see the amount of damage that's done. So we've got some imps that explode, and they're a bit explodey. They're quite good. The mushrooms are doing okay, but by far and away our strongest troop is in the background. King of Nothing is our nemesis at this point. Let's see. Okay, we're getting huge stats boost, but I also want to win this. Oh dear. It's very close. It's very, very close in terms of troop numbers. Let's see. We're slightly behind in terms of numbers. Slightly behind, but with healing, with the mushrooms, I think we might be able to make it. Let's see, with this healing radius. Let's see. Oh, it's not letting me cast it. Okay, 16, right. Let's see, it's all down to our mushrooms. Oh, that was so close. And it's only because we had our healing mushrooms. They did an excellent job there. So, let's see what's going to happen here. Okay. I don't think we need any of these. I think the reason this is taking me so long to think about is because we don't actually need any of those at all. So let's do that. We've got nowhere really to put these. We have... I don't know if your personality works in the same way, that you have to check just in case, even though you know something is... you know that you can't add any more tiles. Right, we're doing okay. Let's sell the farm. And I think the main area we can improve is we can upgrade this one, because we're losing lots and lots of troops in battle. We've now got 500 troops in any given battle, so we're getting these huge stat boosts every single time. Oh, this is it. We've been decimated by the King of Blood. Look at that. Oh dear. Well, thank you. Thanks very much for tuning in. That was a bit disappointing. It did feel like we were on the precipice there a couple of times, and we had that very dramatic moment where the King of Nothing got through, did really well. But I think that's it. That's us. Thanks very much for watching. Do come back again. That's Palatine Games, and yeah, thanks very much for watching today. And that was Night difficulty level. I think we did pretty well. We got past the first boss, but it is very tough. It is very tough in these latter levels. Right, got on to year 51. Yeah, thanks for watching. Do like and subscribe and all that stuff, and yeah, look forward to seeing you soon.